Vanakkam, Namaskara, good afternoon and a big welcome to SoSouth here on India Today. I'm Nagarjun Dwarkanath and this show is the gateway and single window destination for everything from the South. All the 6 state news over the next 30 minutes. And like always, joining me are the team of colleagues across southern part of India. Anagha Keshav from Chennai, Apoorva Jayachandran from Vijay and Shibi Mole from Trivandrum. Let's go to them and see what's the headline from each state. Anagha Keshav, to you first. Anagha, what are you bringing us today? What's the headline from Chennai?
In fact, we are bringing a very horrific incident that has happened in Tiruvallur. In fact, 4 minor boys on cam have recorded brutally and inhumanely thrashing up a young boy using a sickle. We have a very disturbing visual that's coming in. Apart from that, we also have election war that's happening here in Tamil Nadu. It's Congress versus DMK this time. A very tall Congress Neta has publicly pointed fingers at the DMK about their finances in the state. Apart from that, we also have a sitting Justice G.R. Swaminathan who has publicly made a comment about a case that he is handling, certainly drawing in a lot of flack and controversy from DMK.
Thank you, Anagha. Shibi Mole, what are you bringing us today from the state of Kerala? What's the headline from Trivandrum?
Well, Naga, in Kerala, the Congress is gearing up for the assembly elections much before the other two parties in the state. The Congress has said that 50% representation in the 140 seats of candidates will be given to women and youth. So that's the announcement that the Congress has made. So before, months before the elections.
Thank you, Shibi. Moving on to Apoorva from Vijayawada and Andhra Pradesh. Apoorva, what's the story for the day?
Well, Nagarjun, it's a tragic accident that took place early this morning at Yelamanchili in Anakapalli district here after a train had unfortunately caught on fire. 2 bogies had caught on fire and only 1 person dead in this calamity that took place. More details coming up.
So, for the next 30 minutes, we have stories from Karnataka, Tamil Nadu, Andhra Pradesh and Kerala. And to begin the bulletin with stories from Tamil Nadu, Anagha Keshav will take it from here.
There is a horrific incident that has been reported in Tamil Nadu. The district is Tiruvallur, Tirutani to be very specific. In fact, the incident started in a moving train. 4 minor boys, they tried recording a reel with another boy, but then things didn't go down too well. There was a dispute that happened. Later, the 4 minor boys dragged this victim out of the train, took him to a secluded place in Tirutani and then used a sickle and started thrashing him left, right and center. In fact, the videos that we are bringing to you is just horrific. You can see the boy crying out for help. In fact, another boy, one of the accused, tells him in Tamil saying that his skull has opened up, his brain has opened up. We can see the flesh, we can see parts of the skull. Stop hitting him. But the accused just goes on to mercilessly and monstrously continue to thrash this particular boy. What we are learning is that the victim hails from Orissa. He's very young, very young in age. He's admitted to hospital at the moment. He has sustained some very critical injuries. You can actually see in those visuals how his parts of his skull have actually opened up. We're just going to play this visual to you for a moment and let you watch what exactly happened. There was a horrific incident that we saw in Tirutani where 4 minor boys brutally thrashed up a younger boy. Did you have a chance to look at that visual? What do you make of this horrible?
It's very horrific. The incident is very horrific. The investigation is going on. Whoever is behind this, I think they themselves have uploaded this video. They have taken this out. And what is the reason? What is the motive? I think the investigation will find out all these things.
Nobody can take law and order into their hands. So socially we have to correct these things. But everyday statements and the social media posts by the DMK and their allies are the reasons for this. And the people who have indulged themselves in this crime is also youngsters. So we need to create a society where we should not have a hatred. That is the main reason. But politically, DMK has been ruining the state, in terms of region, religion, caste, and also the race, and also the north-south divide, everything. So this is totally, we accuse the DMK and the government.
Well, that was the absolutely spine-chilling incident that took place. Tirutani police have confirmed to us that all 4 minor boys have now been taken into custody and then remanded. Moving on, there is another controversial issue that's been lingering in Tamil Nadu for the last many months. It's the Karthike Deepam row, the Tiruparankundram Hill row. In fact, the very justice who passed that order of letting the lamp to be lit at the Deepathoon has spoken out on this first time beyond the corridors of the court in Madurai. Let me just break it down to you what exactly happened yesterday. Justice G.R. Swaminathan was invited as a chief guest at an event yesterday in Madurai, where he has tacitly made a reference to the Deepam row. In fact, on that stage, he says that he was very excited to light a lamp at that event. But when he went to light it, the event organizers respectfully asked him to go back to his seat and be seated. They did not really allow him to light the lamp, and therefore he says that I was very excited to light the lamp, but I was not permitted to do so. But there will be a day when I can light the lamp, is what Justice G.R. Swaminathan says beyond the corridors of court, very tacitly referring to what happened in Tiruparankundram on the eve of Karthike Deepam. Now, this is very controversial because according to the restatement of judicial values that's put out by the Supreme Court, a sitting justice who is handling a case is not really supposed to voice out political matters or matters regarding the case that he is handling, especially matters that are still pending in front of the court. But the justice has made this particular remark off the record beyond the corridors of court, and therefore the DMK has questioned how is it okay for a sitting judge to be making this kind of statement beyond the corridors of court, and thereby questioning the credibility of Justice G.R. Swaminathan. Let's listen in first to what the justice said and then subsequently to what the DMK had to say.
ஐயா நீங்களே ஏற்றக்கூடாதுங்க ஐயா உங்களை ஏற்ற அனுமதிக்க மாட்டாயா உட்காருங்க அவங்க இடத்துலயே அப்படிட்டார் உடனே ரொம்ப ஏமாற்றமா போயிடுச்சு எனக்கு பரவாயில்ல தீபம் ஏற்றுடைய நாள் வரும் உறுதியா நம்புறேன் படிக்கிற மாணவிகள்.
We saw a sitting judge, Mr. G.R. Swaminathan, beyond the corridors of the court. He has made a tacit reference to Tiruparankundram. He did not mention the name Tiruparankundram nor the word Deepathoon, but he said that there will come a day when he will have a chance to light the lamp. Of course, that literal reference was on the stage, but still it tacitly referred to Tiruparankundram. As a lawyer, what do you make of the statement?
See, the judicial restatement of values, which was adopted by the Supreme Court in 1997, clearly states that judges shall maintain aloofness, which is commensurate with the dignity of their office. And again, yet another value states that judges will not speak on issues in a public forum on which they have determined or which may arise for future determination. I think it will be improper for a judge to speak about such issues in a public forum. As a lawyer, it pains. We put the judges in the highest pedestal. We call them my lords. So we expect them to be dispassionate. We expect them to be impartial.
I saw that video and audio. So he was referring about an incident happened in that stage. I don't know why you people are so enthusiastic to talk about these things. So whatever happened in the stage, he has spoken. Simple.
Okay. Well, actor turned Neta Vijay, when he returned back from Malaysia after the audio launch of his next upcoming film Jananayagan, he was there in Chennai airport, but the kind of crowd and frenzy that he draws, he actually fell down right before entering his vehicle. It's also important to note that Vijay has been accorded a scale Y security by the Union Ministry of Home Affairs, and that means Vijay is always accompanied by 8 personnel, 2 commandos and an additional police personnel. That's the kind of heavy security that Vijay is given no matter where he goes by the union government. With the kind of crowd that he drew, as we can see in that visual, just before entering his vehicle, he falls down, he trips down, somebody clearly pushes him from the back if you really take a very close look at that visual, but then he immediately gets picked up by his bodyguards. In fact, there were so many people yesterday at the Chennai airport that the push and pull was just too high that the crowd could just not be controlled. And therefore, it resulted in Vijay having a fall, but then later he was picked up and then put inside his car. That's the kind of visual that we are looking at. The frenzy was high even in Malaysia, from Malaysia to Chennai, to no matter where he goes. That's the kind of frenzy and attraction that Vijay has. That's the visual that we are looking at, where Vijay has a fall but then gets picked up by the bodyguards. Now let's take a look at a report as to what exactly happened in Malaysia during Thalapathy Vijay's audio launch for his next film, Jananayagan.
The Thalapathy frenzy is slowly but steadily exploding. With what could be his final bow on the big screen, the build-up to Vijay's last cinematic chapter has begun. Frame by frame, cheer by cheer. And Malaysia just witnessed it firsthand. The moment Thalapathy Vijay landed in Kuala Lumpur, it wasn't an arrival, it was a celebration. A hero's welcome, complete with traditional performances by Malaysian artists, set the tone for what lies ahead. This was no ordinary visit. This was the build-up to the grand audio launch of Jananayagan, a film already being billed as historic. Joining Vijay were the film's key pillars, director H. Vinod, leading lady Pooja Hegde, and music composer Anirudh, each greeted by roaring applause. The frenzy followed him all the way to the hotel. Fans who had waited for hours finally got their moment as Vijay paused, waved, smiled, and acknowledged the love of millions. All eyes now turn to today's mega audio launch.
Well, a tweet by a Congress Neta who is very close to Rahul Gandhi. In fact, we're talking about Praveen Chakravarti. His tweet on his Twitter platform talking about the debt situation in Tamil Nadu has triggered off a mega controversy. In fact, Praveen Chakravarti has said that Tamil Nadu's outstanding debt is the highest in the entire country. In fact, he also goes a step ahead by comparing Tamil Nadu to a BJP-ruled state of Uttar Pradesh by saying that the debt gap between Tamil Nadu and Uttar Pradesh has only narrowed since the last many years. In fact, he also says that Tamil Nadu has exceeded Uttar Pradesh when it comes to outstanding debt amount, and thereby drawing the ire of a lot of DMK leaders. In fact, DMK's Minister TRB Raja also said that Praveen Chakravarti is someone who harbors a private agenda, and therefore his words should not be taken seriously by DMK netas, is what Minister TRB Raja says. In fact, it's also, according to our sources that we learn, is that the relationship between Praveen Chakravarti and DMK has only frayed over time, and that's why back to back we hear many stories of Praveen Chakravarti going ahead and doing many anti-DMK things. For example, many weeks back he also went ahead and had a private meeting with Vijay for about an hour. That certainly didn't go down too well with DMK. Now, cut to many weeks, he goes on a public platform and makes a statement against the DMK and the DMK's way of managing finances in Tamil Nadu by saying that the state of Tamil Nadu has the highest outstanding debt amount. Certainly, this has not gone down too well in the political circles. Let's listen in to what the DMK and the BJP had to say about Praveen Chakravarti's remark. Being from the DMK, what do you make of Tamil Nadu's finances, sir?
Tamil Nadu's finances is in the pink of its health. whatever the allegations, this is the constant refrain made by the ADMK here, the BJP here, that Tamil Nadu government is borrowing heavily. When the BJP makes these allegations and the ADMK makes these allegations, it's laughable, it's farcical. The union government, their borrowings in 2026 would be around 200 lakh crores. On what basis? Can we come to a conclusion that the Indian economy is sinking? That Indian economy is in a very dire state? We have brought down this debt to GSTP ratio in the last 4 years. That is the success. The most important aspect is how we have been sidelined, how we have been given an partial treatment by the union government. We are not getting the devolution of funds.
I would say that this should be attributed to the total economic policy of the government, which the government of Tamil Nadu has adopted, or policies with respect to our investments and our sustained growth in various other sectors. I would also attribute one of the reasons to the fiscal management of the government. We have now maintained it at the 3% level when compared with GSTP. And the debt to GSTP ratio is also well contained within the prescribed limits given by the Finance Commission.
The statistically is right, and as per the data released by the RBI and other things, he is right. And we have been saying this for the last 4.5 years, because UP has been developing like anything, and the distance between Tamil Nadu and UP in economical distance was very, very high, whereas compared to before 5 years, but whereas now it has narrowed down. And the expenditures, what the government is, Tamil Nadu government is indulging in, is mainly towards interest payments, salaries, pensions, etc. And they have not created big assets. That is the main charge. There is absolutely no doubt that a growing state will borrow more. That is not the problem. Even India has borrowed more, but we have invested in infrastructure.
Now that's all from the state of Tamil Nadu. Now for more stories from Karnataka, let's move on to our colleague Nagarjun Dwarkanath.
Well, story from Karnataka, no end to politics over the demolition drive in Bengaluru's Kogilu layout of the cross, where bulldozers were used to remove illegal encroachments by the authorities. Karnataka Chief Minister, meanwhile, Siddaramaiah will hold a key meeting on the issue today at 5 p.m. Amidst protests from residents who were evicted from the land as well. Chief Minister Siddaramaiah has convened a meeting at 5 p.m. today to review the demolition drive, where people were found to have illegally encroached upon government's land, that is the BBMP land. This meeting is expected to assess the situation on ground and discuss further action following the eviction exercise. Meanwhile, the opposition BJP here in Karnataka has launched a scathing attack on the Congress over the comments made by AICC General Secretary Mr. K.C. Venugopal. The Saffron Party has accused the Congress of running Karnataka from Delhi and called it a blatant overreach and an insult to the state of Karnataka as well as federalism. Remember, the Congress leader had objected to the demolition drive and warned the Karnataka government that such action should be taken with greater caution. That's exactly the words used by K.C. Venugopal, and he said that he will speak to both Chief Minister and Deputy Chief Minister on the same issue. Listening to the voices as well as the ground report. I'm here at the Wazim layout in Kogilu Cross in Batranpura Assembly constituency, where 100 houses have been demolished by the local authorities. The government is of an opinion that this was the land that was encroached upon illegally for years together, and several notices were issued and finally the demolition took place. But the residents here, or the people who have occupied the land, are of an opinion that no notices were given, and they belong to the most economically backward section of the society, and it's not okay. And remember, the Kerala Chief Minister also had tweeted against the bulldozer Raj. The CPIM in Kerala had accused in fact of the Congress government of having bulldozer Raj in Karnataka.
Anything, they were just all of them were trying to come and put their sheds in the solid waste management site we were used. It was not healthy, it was very dangerous. So we have taken a precautionary measure.
Kerala leader Venugopal, when tweeted and spoken to Chief Minister, the total Congress party and this government taken a U-turn? Why? You may be a gulam to Pinarayi Vijayan and Venugopal, but not people of Karnataka. Don't make them as a gulam. That is my request. At the same time, who are all was staying there? Localites saying that they are Bangladeshis and Rohingyas. Why you wanted to accommodate them again when you taken the demolition drive? We will not allow all these things.
Appeasement politics we are hearing enough by Siddaramaiah government. Rather than commenting on what Kerala Chief Minister has said, let him take care of his government in Kerala. But whereas Karnataka is concerned, people are really fed up with the Siddaramaiah government because of this minority appeasement politics. Just during Belagavi Assembly session, Congress, they wanted to bring in a new bill. They were about to propose a new bill wherein illegal transportation of cows, any state government for that matter, they should not stoop to this level. This is not only minority appeasement policies, it is also hate Hindu policies that has been followed by Siddaramaiah government.
We are talking about the interference of in the state of affairs of Karnataka by Kerala Chief Minister. Now the same thing, the Congress High Command, on behalf of the Congress High Command, Mr. K.C. Venugopal is interfering in the state affairs. That shows that the Congress government is completely incapable. It has been guided, ruled by the High Command. And it is completely exposed the Congress government in the state of Karnataka. It is inefficient. It is anti-people. It is an appeasement government. So,
State of Karnataka, and moving on to Andhra Pradesh, Apoorva Jayachandran will take it from here.
Tragic accident that took place in Andhra Pradesh early this morning after one person was found dead in a train accident that took place. The train that was from Tata Nagar to Ernakulam Express, this particular train was travelling via Yelamanchili in Anakapalli district earlier this morning when a fire broke out in two bogies. What we are getting to learn from officials is that of the fire that broke out in two bogies, the loco pilot of the train quickly alerted the passengers, after which all of them had deboarded. Roughly, we are getting to learn that over 100 passengers have been safely evacuated since the fire had broken out, and unfortunately, one person has lost their life in this tragic accident. Andhra Pradesh Chief Minister, taking stock of the situation, also applauded the Anakapalli district police officials as well as the railway police for their quick and decisive thinking even amidst the fire that broke out and lasted for quite a couple of hours until fire officials were able to get the bogie under control. In fact, the Andhra Pradesh government has also put out helpline numbers for the people who are trying to reach out to their loved ones who were travelling on this train that is from Tata Nagar Ernakulam Express that was ongoing here. The two bogies that are being completely charred, they have been removed, and the passengers have been also evacuated and made alternate arrangements so that they can reach their destination at the earliest. Listen in to what the Anakapalli district SP has to say.
Ernakulam Express టాటా నగర్ టు ఎర్నాకులం వెళ్తుంది. మధ్యలోనే యలమంచిలిలోనే ఇక్కడ స్టాప్ కూడా లేదు. కానీ ఈ ట్రైన్ ఫైర్ యాక్సిడెంట్ జరిగినప్పుడు ఒక వ్యక్తి చైన్ పుల్ చేసిన తర్వాత ఇక్కడ యలమంచిలి రైల్వే స్టేషన్లోనే ఈ ట్రైన్స్ మనకి స్టాప్ అయిపోయింది. మెయిన్ ఫైర్ ఒరిజిన్ M2 ఆర్ B1 మనం ఫిగర్ అవుట్ చేసాము. అన్ఫార్చునేట్లీ ఒక డెడ్ బాడీ కూడా మనకి B1 కోచ్లో దొరికింది. ఇట్ హెస్ బీన్ ఐడెంటిఫైడ్ యాజ్ చంద్రశేఖర్ సుందరం తనకి ఫ్యామిలీ మెంబర్స్కి కూడా ఇన్ఫార్మ్ చేయడం జరిగింది.
Well, unfortunately, one person has lost their life. Several other passengers who were safely evacuated have had alternate arrangements made. In fact, the government has also launched for an investigative probe into what had caused this fire, and railway police have also started off their investigation on the same. That's all from the state of Andhra Pradesh. Let's move on to Kerala, where my colleague Shivi will get you the details.
Thank you, Apoorva. Well, in Kerala, the Congress is gearing up for the assembly elections much earlier than the other two parties in the state, as the Congress has announced that 50% representation will be given to women and youth candidates for the assembly elections scheduled in the next few months to 140 assembly constituencies. Opposition leader V.D. Sadishan said that it's a direction from the AICC, and Rahul Gandhi has strictly said that more representation should be given to women and youth leaders at the organization level and for elections. So that will be implemented, is what V.D. Sadishan said. He also clarified that no senior leaders will be pushed aside. No, there's no requirement to have any concern regarding the role of senior leaders for the assembly elections. We will take advice from senior leaders, and whoever is eligible and whoever is willing to contest will be made to contest for the assembly elections. But we'll ensure that assembly seats are given to women and youth also in the party. Listen to the reactions.
ശ്രീ രാഹുൽ ഗാന്ധിയാണ് ഞങ്ങളോട് എപ്പോഴും നിർബന്ധമായിട്ട് പറയാറുള്ളത്, ചെറുപ്പക്കാർക്കും സ്ത്രീകൾക്കും സംഘടനാപരമായും തെരഞ്ഞെടുപ്പുകളിലും അവർക്ക് നല്ല പ്രാതിനിധ്യം ഉണ്ടാകണം, 50% വേണം എന്ന് പറയാറുള്ളത്. അത് നടപ്പാക്കേണ്ട ചുമതലയാണ് ഞങ്ങളെ പോലുള്ളവർക്ക്. അതുകൊണ്ട് പഴയ തലമുറയോട് എല്ലാവരോടും മാറിയിരിക്കാനല്ലല്ലോ പറയുന്നത്, പുതിയ തലമുറയിൽപ്പെട്ട ആളുകൾക്ക് കൂടി അവസരം ഉണ്ടായിക്കൊണ്ടിരിക്കും. തീർച്ചയായിട്ടും ഉണ്ടാകണം. ഞങ്ങളൊക്കെ അങ്ങനെ കയറി വന്ന ആളല്ലേ, ഇനി ഞങ്ങളുടെ പുറകെ വരേണ്ടവരാരും വരണ്ട എന്ന് നമുക്ക് തീരുമാനിക്കാൻ പറ്റുമോ?
With that, we come to the end of today's episode of So South, and thanking Anagha, Shibi and Apoorva for bringing us all the latest updates from the ground. And we'll see you once again tomorrow at 1 p.m. Until then, keep watching India Today.